Mad, 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 mad. Absolutely mental scenes at the King Power last night. Sorry, my voice has gone. Welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to this channel, subscribe, get on this journey with us because it is class. Subscribe to the channel. I want to hear your thoughts on the performance, everything that you thought about the performance, the winner, the scenes, the atmosphere. And just what did you make of the game? So welcome to the debrief. Leicester City 1, Aston Villa 2. And my God, we've got to talk about... We've got to go back to front to start with. We've got to talk about what that victory means for Aston Villa. And I spoke about it on the preview that this has to be our sort of Dino moment. This has to be our way of doing something that we've not done before, we're not expected to do, and just take that momentum now and bottle it up and just go for it. And what I saw last night at that King Power was something special. I saw something that, well, pretty much I'll remember forever, but there was a something in that team, there was something in that performance that the never give up, the never die attitude. We keep going to the end. We know we're going to get this victory. And even something that probably a lot of you might have been shouting at the screens, saying, pass it quicker, move it quicker. There was a patience. And for me, that was key. You know, when they went down to 10 men with, 15 minutes to go, patience and just wait for that one chance. We were always going to create one chance, and it was key that we waited and waited and waited and kept doing what we were doing. Don't rush what we was doing. And that was a standout thing for me. But, you know, if any of you have not seen the fan cam, go check the fan cam. Fan cam was out. But I've never experienced limbs like that in all my life. And I think, I mean, the playoff final ones were good. And Wembley, Liverpool semi-final were good. But with us knowing that we were pretty much going to win that game, and the Europe vibes that were still obviously there and are still there and are not going away, it just had a purpose, it had a meaning, and I can't explain how when that went in, that feeling in that away end, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And, you know, one thing that I want to say as well is that I met a guy about 2 years ago at Chelsea away in the Cup. His name's Glenn. And we talk to each other quite regularly. And to turn around when that went in and see his face and experience that victory with Glenn was just amazing. Like, we don't even know each other, but we just talk all the time on Facebook. And yeah, to turn around and see his little face there was just amazing. And that's what football's all about. And I was with TK as well. And to see him, he was on the floor. He somehow was on the floor. There was just bodies everywhere. Like, people were like coming from over my shoulder. And it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And, you know, to see Ryan after the game as well was just amazing. So let's get into the performance then and the debrief and everything like that. So I felt like we actually played well in the game, to be fair. I think we controlled the game. I think we were obviously the better side with the ball. We know Leicester can hurt anybody, and we have to take into consideration that the new manager, what was that going to do? It was going to galvanise some of the players. You saw from them putting Vardy in. They wanted to add that emotional side to the game, didn't they? They wanted to give the fans that emotional memory of success. And when I saw Vardy, I was just a bit like, oh, God, here we go. Here we go. Because, you know, football's emotional, isn't it? As you can see, like from me every week, I'm always emotional and positive and everything. So, yeah, you added that emotional side to it, and I felt like we started the game off pretty well. To be fair, we was getting in a rhythm, we were getting it going, we was getting our passing game going, and it was always going to be Leicester on the break, wasn't it? That's how they were going to hurt us, or off a set piece. And you know, Suter had that chance, didn't he? Where he sort of clipped the bar off his header. He was sort of unmarked. Watkins then goes through and you know, I think it's Dougie Luiz who retrieves the ball. Buendia plays a hard pass into his feet. You know, it's a brilliant pass because he hits it that hard that it breaks through their midfield and their centre-backs. Watkins' first touch is sublime and he's away. And he just plays this little delicate reverse cross-come shot that just gets enough bend and zip on the ball that just takes it over the line, and we 1-0 up. And again, the away end just absolutely erupted, and the noise was just, it was like deafening. It was that loud in there. It was absolutely deafening. And yeah, we started to get another foothold in the game, didn't we? We started to keep using Moreno. Ramsey was popping up in space at times. And they got their equaliser through Harvey Barnes. And I've watched that goal back. And I said on the fan cam, it was a brilliant, brilliant goal. And I've watched it again. And what he does well there is the ball comes over Harvey Barnes and Young. And his touch sort of like bobbles off his shin, but bobbles forward. It's how he takes that ball down. He's absolutely amazing. And if I'm being brutally honest about the goal, I don't blame Ashley Young at all, because he's just been done for pace. He's just been literally done for pace. And I can't argue with it because, you know, Ashley Young, he's still 37, 38, and he's been done for pace. Barnes is away. It's a brilliant finish, and it's 1-1. So all to play for. And we go in at half-time 1-1, come out. I'm pretty calm, pretty relaxed, because I just think we've just got to get in that routine. We've got to get in that rhythm. We've got to just keep doing what we're doing. And it was a good, solid second half, to be fair. I felt like our best player was Dougie Luiz by a country mile. So let's get into the stats then. And then we'll brush on the ending. So Aston Villa had an XG of 1.02. Leicester had a 0.47. Aston Villa 64% possession. Leicester 36. Aston Villa 15 shots, 5 on target, 5 off target, 5 block shots, 8 corners, 14 fouls. Those are the initial stats. We had 1 big chance. We had 7 from inside the box, 8 from outside, 532 passes, 469 accurate, 88% passing accuracy, 69% with our long balls, and we won 10 aerial duels. So, you know, what I want to say is that, you know, it was a very good performance from Villa, and you'd probably look at it and think, yeah, they played okay, but look what we've done again. We've completely dominated possession. We've peppered their goal. We've had more shots on target. We've played how many more passes than they have. So, again, another game where we have completely dominated the game. And it's just absolutely fucking quality. It's absolutely brilliant. So here you have the shots by XG by the minute. You can see Leicester at the top, we're at the bottom. So we've got more shots with a better XG. Leicester's danger creation was through central areas. You can see around here, I'm guessing that's where Barnes got his goal from. Aston Villa's danger creation was, again, through the middle. I think we were dominant with the ball. You were seeing McGinn, you were seeing Luiz, you were seeing Buendia getting on it. This is where both teams predominantly attacked. Aston Villa through the left, as what we normally do, and Leicester down the right with Barnes. Well, through the left, sorry, with Barnes. And this is quite interesting now. So I want to show you this. Now, when I'm saying about Villa being dominant in the game, this is what I mean. Territorial dominance. And, okay, they were down to 10 men. Dewsbury all got sent off. But we were dominant with the ball anyway. I think the 10 men didn't really change the pattern of the game. We were still doing what we should have been doing, which is taking it slow, biding our time, working that opening. So this is Leicester's average position. So you can see that they're playing their 4-2-3-1. This is Aston Villa's average positions. And what I want to highlight is look how many players are in the opposition half for Aston Villa. So our average positions, we've got 4 players in our own half. You've got Martinez, Mings, Konsa, and Ashley Young. And that's our average position. So every other Villa player, territorial, is in their half. For Leicester, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in their own half. So that shows the tail of the game to me. Villa completely dominant. Villa pushing Leicester forward. And that's where we're working our shapes. You can see from the Leicester passing network that their main ball was from Fowles to Suter, and then everything was trying to go through Barnes on that left-hand side, and Maddison was a little bit quiet in this game as well. Central midfield was a bit quiet at times as well. And again, look at the Villa passing network. So look where we're doing all of our damage. You've got Louise and McGinn, who are playing in a double pivot, that are in their half for majority of the game. You've got Moreno who bombed forward. He was a little bit further forward than normal, I think. You've got a nice interchange with Moreno, Buendia, Luis, Watkins on the opposite side. A little bit quieter, but there's still triangles, so that's good. You've got Ramsey and McGinn and Bailey. So, so a really good passing network again, because I've started to look at a lot of Arsenal's passing networks, and they are a lot further forward and very intricate. And that one's a little bit similar, to be fair, that it's in the opposition half and it's completely dominant. So, yeah, really, really good. And then the main one. The main stat you need to see, Aston Villa are 7th in the Premier League. 7th. I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy. We are 7th in the Premier League. 44 points now. And it's absolutely amazing. Now, we need to talk about something that was happening towards the end of the game. The 3 substitutions on the 80th minute from Unai Emery were absolutely world-class substitutions. World-class substitutions, because he shored up certain positions. And we said when Troare came back and we'd hardly done any business in Jan, that if Troare comes back and wins us a game or scores us a goal that wins us a game, then he has done his job. And this is the sign of a top quality team. Because you see Arsenal, right? Prime example for Arsenal, right? And this is just backing up everything I'm saying. So Arsenal at home against Bournemouth, right? It's 2-2. They've brought on Reece Nelson, I think his name is. And he pops up with a 97th minute winner to win them that game, 3-2. And it's those little moments of someone just doing something unexpected, a big-time baller like Troare, that is just going to propel us, because the oppositions can't sort of prepare for that. You can't prepare for Troare coming off the bench and sticking one in the top corner. And it's those moments, and I'm not going to use that phrase, it's those winning moments that are going to get Villa where they need to be. Because we've spoke about the bench, we've spoke about everything else about this bench and who's on it and what they've got to do and his subs that he likes to make. But that Troare one was so well needed at the time. It was brilliant, and bringing on Chambers and who else did he bring on at the time? He brought 3 on in a row, didn't he? Chambers, Luca Dean, and Troare was just brilliant. And I go back to what we were saying earlier in the week about this. I felt like we got promoted a year too early, and we were on this wave, and we were just going through it, and the fan base was just building. And can we do 5 games? Can we do 6 games? Can we win 7? Can we break the record? And we're now starting to see, aren't we? We're on a run now, unbeaten in 6 games. And can we win this one? Can we win the next one? Can Watkins bag another one away? And he keeps doing it. And the whole fan base has got to just come together now and bottle this atmosphere. And I said to, I don't know whether I said it on here or I said to one of the lads in the group chat that if we were to beat Leicester, it means that atmosphere at Villa Park, the whole ground gets to experience the run of being on Europe, don't they? And this is what's important, I think, for Saturday now. The fact that we got that Chelsea win, we've now got a Leicester win. Everybody rocks up at Villa Park on Saturday, and we are expecting now, and I'm expecting a monster atmosphere. We have to get that place in carnival, party, rocking atmosphere. Because if we can get that going at home, it's going to get us over the line. I know it is. I know it is. So, yeah, the scenes for Troare were just... I can't explain how good it was. And it was just amazing, and what a finish. And when I saw it live, I actually thought he was closer. I thought he was like by the 18-yard box, but no, he's further back. And I think he knew. I think he was in an area where he knew that the keeper was sort of, because they were in possession, the keeper was set to not have a shot on goal. And I think when Troare gets it, he just knows. He knows, bang it. And, that's the best goal he's ever scored. You know, he scored some ice-cold killer goals for Villa. The West Brom away, the Chelsea one. But that, for me, was just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. So let's get in the player ratings, because I'm merging a match brief, match reaction, a debrief, and a player ratings together, because I got back at like 12 o'clock last night. So, well, 11:30. So let's go then. Player ratings. We'll go with Martinez. I'm going to go Martinez. Solid kicking game. Didn't really have too much to do, did he? So I'll give him a 7. I think 7's fair. We'll go Ashley Young. I'm going to go a 7. I think he was at fault for the goal, but I think he did actually defend Barnes quite well after that as well, to be fair. Moreno, I'm going to go Moreno. I'm going to go Moreno 7. Defensively, I thought he was really, really good. Attacking-wise, at times, I just want to see a little bit more delivery, a little bit quicker, and just a little bit quicker, and just maybe a little bit of a take on from time to time. Konsa and Mings, I thought, were very, very good. I thought they were, with the ball, I thought they were tremendous. I thought Mings looked calm, assured. Konsa, exactly the same. They made a couple of key interceptions as well. I thought they both had a real solid game. My man of the match is Dougie Luiz. I thought he absolutely bossed that game. He absolutely bossed it. Spatial awareness, time on the ball, getting the game ticking. Best player on that pitch by a country mile. By a country mile was Douglas Luiz. Emi Wendy, I'll go 7. He had a bit of a quieter one, but again, I saw in the second half, he started to get going. He was getting a bit frustrated, and then he got his head down, and he started to sort of get on the ball a little bit as well, and he kept trying and he kept going for it. So I saw, again, good signs from Buendia. McGinn, he's going to get a solid 8. He had another shot, didn't he, that I thought was going to go top corner, but, you know, running the show, the butt rolls, the drop the shoulder go. I thought McGinn was fantastic. Ramsey, a little bit quiet. I thought everybody on that sort of left-hand side was a little bit quiet at times. So Ramsey was, I thought like he was a little bit quiet. Bailey, I'm going to give a 7 as well. I thought the same as Ramsey, the same as Buendia. A little bit quiet, but yeah, I thought like they did enough. They did enough. They played well. They fought for the team. Again, when we win, it's not all about individuals. It's about a team doing the game plan, staying in the game. So they all sort of are a part of that. So they all get that. Watkins, I'm going to go for an 8. Took his goal really, really well. You know, again, he had a really good game, and you know, a solid 8 for me. Durant, I don't want to give him a 6, but we'll give him a 7. He didn't really do anything, did he? When he came, he didn't touch the ball. Chambers will go 7. Luca Dean will go 7. Bertie will go 9 for Bertie. You know, he bagged the winner. Brilliant goal. But my man of the match goes to Dougie Luiz, because I just think, you know, it's crucial when we're bossing games that he's integral to that. And again, what have I always said? 7, 8, 9, 10s. That's what you want to see, and that's what we got. So absolutely amazing, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that we've won again. We're on that charge into Europe now. Villa fans, comment your thoughts. If you are new, subscribe. Get on this journey with us. I'm absolutely loving it. We'll have a double upload today as well. So we're going to do this episode, and then tonight we've got our match preview that will be coming out for Forest as well. So enjoy it, Villa fans. Enjoy it. It's just fantastic. And like I say, if you are new and you don't subscribe, just subscribe and get on this journey. Help us out on the channel. And up the Villa. Come on.